Dzokerai munoudza ED. He is starting something that he will not be able to control. Takambonyarara nyaya iyi tichifunga kuti anzwisisa. Hatina kunyarara nekuti auraya Comrade Geza. Tozviziva kuti munhu akauraya Comrade Geza ndiye. His own instructions and his boys with everybody else who came from Kwekwe, with all the money that went through the borders. We know that. But get this right. Munhu wese angari involved panyaya Comrade Geza's death. Munhu wese. Izvapana zvipakwekwa apa. Zvakazara mujoza umu. Understand one thing. When time comes, you run. Nyika inotongwa nekuchengetedzwa nemasoja negidi. Let me be very clear and very precise. Nyika inotongwa nekuchengetedzwa nemasoja negidi. Our military is there to protect the borders of our country and the constitution from external and internal invasion. End quote. Nyika haitongwi ne lipstick. Nyika haitongwi ne lip singing. Nyika haitongwi ne makeup. Nyika haisi kuzotongwa nevana vadiki vasingazive zvavanoita nezvavanotaura.
And the opposition rejoicing, because the opposition rejoices whenever there is disruption, because they are champions of disruption. We saw what they did at the City Sports Center. I'm sorry to say this, but Zimbabwe will never be a colony again. We saw what was done by the white boy, Doug Coltart. I would like to call that a staging of a fake violent attack towards himself, because they want to please their handlers. They want to please those who are funding them to do whatever they are doing, the disruptions and all that. So the opposition, they are champions of disruption. I led a church in East London. We had a church of maybe plus minus 4,000 people. The pictures are everywhere online, everything.
Yeah.
There's no car that I didn't drive. There's no car that I did not drive. There's no money I didn't touch. Yeah, there's no slave queen I didn't sleep with. Yeah.
And were they at the front? In the front?
There's no type of drug that I didn't take. I took cocaine, I took everything, and I'll still go and preach, because the power was not in what people will be thinking, this is where the power is. No, the power was somewhere else. I'll take cocaine and go and stand in front of the people in church, and I'll mess them up. Yeah, I'll mess them up. I'll still tell them, this is your name, this is your name, you come here, you are coming from this place, this and this and this and this.
Ndere kumirira the basic Zimbabwean. Kubva kuunhapwa, utapwa, unouyisiwa nevanhu vane gandasere edu iriri, vatinogara navo, vatogona kuti maleaders edu isusu. As you know, I often say, basa remasoja ndere kuchengetedza nyika, to protect our country from the borders and all the way to internal Basa remasoja nderekuchengetedza nyika yedu, to protect our borders, to protect our country from external and internal invasion. Basa remasoja nderekuchengetedza constitution. When we talk about internal invasion, we're talking about the constitution of the country. Basa remasoja nderekuchengetedza musha wedu unonzi Zimbabwe. Hakuna imwe role yemasoja iri above that. It's to protect our nation, protect our sovereignty, and protect the right of each and every individual in the country constitutionally. Now we have a problem munyika medu. Munyika medu makuitika inonzi iyo internal invasion of the country and destruction of the constitution. Somehow Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa turns out to be exactly what Mugabe used to say back those days when the former president and the first secretary of ZANU-PF, Comrade R.G. Mugabe, was in office. Exactly nemo zvaitaurwa namai Mugabe kunzi uyu munhu muchenjerei uyu kuzosvika paakazojamba border. I don't understand how whenever Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, how his children do not sit down with their father and make him realize what's going on, if at all he is not aware of what's going on. I fail to also understand how his wife, in her sober state of mind, fails to even sit down with her husband and say, look, this is what's going on, which leaves me with a conclusive outcome ekuti maybe Mnangagwa is behind everything. He is playing dumb to us. I'm a constitutionalist. I am this and this and this. I wrote the constitution because of this. Because hakustaura nekuti vanhu vese vakanga varipo constitution ichinyorwa ichito amended from, because they didn't know how to write the constitution in the first place. That constitution was edited and amended from the Smith regime constitution. ED never wrote any constitution. Today, the same man wants to stand in front of everyone as if those documents that were recovered from the archive of the Rhodesian government ndo acha vakutafanika vakanyora nana mahia nemusoro yavo yakadai soya. Munhu akubuda utaura kuti hanzi zvikazodai zvikadai. How can Mahia himself come out today and try kuda kutiudza kuti he was part of anything if at all he went to war? Tozviziva kuti Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa never went to war. We know that. We even know the reason why Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa was in prison, because there were domestic personal issues to do with his family, nothing to do with the war. Chakaita kuti Emerson abude ana Mugabe is because of the deal that Robert Mugabe brokered with the Rhodesian forces, the Rhodesian regime. Kuti paano buda abude na Emerson ari bodyguard drag. That's how you see him wearing that uniform. Emerson never went to war. If truth be told, Emerson never went to war. Unoza, I don't understand why vanavema war veteran vakapusa sterek. I do not understand why vanavese vema war veterans, why vakapusa to that extent of not questioning how their fathers died. Most of them are tukutaura vaka vazhinji vanawo war veteran vari kuma 40s 50s. Vamwe vatakutaura vanakandishaya vazukuru vema-war veteran zvemhuri zvekunzi sekuru vake ndo vakaenda kuhondo. I don't understand how they don't question a lot of things, particularly people that were in Harare province. I don't understand kuti say vana va Amos Smith vasingatauri vasingabvunze kuti akasungirira baba vavo mumota ndiani. A lot of questions that were starting to come up politically. There is one man behind every death that happened in Harare. One man and one man only. At the end of the day, you must understand one thing. Vese avafana vakutanga kumanyisiwa vachinda kumbera. Vachinzitaura kuti zvikazoti Zimbabwe will never be a colony again. At what stage in this century do you even verify that kind of a point? Kuti Zimbabwe will never be a colony again. A young man of 33 years old who was born way after independence today comes up and tries to use that ticket. Huh? A ticket that should be talked about in the 70s. And somebody comes along. Zvinhu zvasina kana idea kuti zvakaitika here kana kuti chichi chaitika kana mbuya vake. Mbuya vaJaisrael havana kuenda kuhondo, sekuru vake havana. Possibly ana kana one relative yakaenda kuhondo. Danga anadzo akajoina ZANU-PF kudhara. Most likely vanhu vekumba kwavo vese vaita zvechechi. We want to come to a point yekunzwisisa zviri kuitika. Hakuna chinhu chinochengetedza peace munyika kudarika munhu anonzi musoja. Ndinzwei masoja, ndinzwei today ma-war veteran, ndinzwei mese vari vehondo. Muchapera mese, I've said this. I talk like this because I come from the Midlands province. I come from the Midlands province. Very well known in Kwekwe, very well known in Gweru. I come from the Midlands province. This creature you're playing with will wipe you off, all of you. Munopedzwa. The issue is some of you will start to know man Jeds as of this minute, this time, and this day. I know Mnangagwa on a personal basis from years back. Mnangagwa will use you and he will throw you under the bus. And when he throws you under the bus, he will tie you to a tree and crush you with the bus. I hope you understand what it means. Hakuna munhu anoshandiswa naMnangagwa no survive unless what is. No one in the intelligence that has been used to those points of getting well known that has survived Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. Very few that are very vengeful. Those few individuals are very vengeful, even though some of them are still in the shadows. They are very vengeful. So much that they vow, some of them, that they're gonna get the guy somehow. Vese varikumanyisa mantra ya 2020, 30, whatever, 20, 30, 20 chakazoti, 20 this, 20 rubbish. Dzokerai munoudza ED. He is starting something that he will not be able to control. Takambonyarara nyaya iyi. tichifunga kuti anzwisisa. Hatina kunyarara nekuti auraya Comrade Geza. Tozviziva kuti munhu akauraya Comrade Geza ndiye. His own instructions and his boys with everybody else who came from Kwekwe. With all the money that went through the borders, we know that. But get this right. Munhu wese angari involved panyaya ya Comrade Geza's death. Munhu wese. Izvo hapana zvipakwekwa apo. Zvakazara mujoza umu. Understand one thing. When time comes, you run. And for the fact of the record, J. Israel and whoever you're working with right now, don't get involved in things that you cannot handle. I do not understand whether you understand, or I'm not sure if you do at all understand the weight of this war. Dayamambodzokera unoparidza. Dayamambodzokera kunoita zveshoko raMwari. Kwamakuda kukwidza uku kumakata uku. Zvine vanhu pasi zvinezvi. Zvine ropa rakadeuka. Ndoda kukutaurirai vakomana. Imimi masoja imimi. Whether imimi muri kupromotwa imimi muchifunga kuti zvinhu zviri right. Muchapera mese. Muchapera mese kusvika kwasara new generation. Imimi mese makomanda akaretire, akaresign, akaita se mese ma retired general. Muchapera mese. One thing you have to understand about what's going on. I'm coming back again saying this same message to you on a daily basis. Imimi makomanda akaenda kuhondo. Muchapera mese kusvika kwasara one. And the last one is the one that's going to thank me for saving his life. I'm saying this as clear as possible as it is to say to someone who has got common sense. Kwakatanga kuchifa vanhu vakapuwa mota. Muchifema aircon dzine poison. Mukunzwa? Muchapera mese. A list of 102. A lot of those people that are on that list are the retired generals, retired army commanders, retired war veterans. War veterans. Mukunzwa? Let me repeat this clearly so that you understand. Army generals, retired army generals, colonel, murukunzwa. Mese mimi war veteran akaenda kuhondo. Vakazo retire after 1980. Vakaretire vakabva kuhondo vakadecide havasi kuenda kuhondo. Vese particularly imimi vekuchimani uku kuchipingi. Master mazhinji ari palistika ndekumusoro uko kwaHarare uko. Nekubulawayo. Mese masoja ese muzipra. Ese akanga aripo. Muchapera mese. I have not yet been granted the right to read those names, but I've been told to pass this message. What I can say to you is that I have been communicating. I am wanting, I'm dying to read these names of all these commanders so that muzive pekutanga kutengera makofi nenyu. Mutange mafonera nyaradzo muvaudze kuti no ndo zvakuitika izvi. Army general, retired army general ese muri pama1. Number 2, vaive varifunga kuti vari kupromotwa vaive. It's just a way to eliminate you. Ini basa rangu ndiri kuya nchikutaurira chokwadi. Basa rangu ndiri kuya nchikutaurira chokwadi. Number 3. Hakuna chinhu chinonzi bill number 3. Just understand this. Basa remasoja ndere kuchengetedza nyika from external invasion by forces from other countries. Number 2, basa rekuchengetedza remasoja munyika medu ndere kuchengetedza against internal invasion. Those that go against the constitution of the country. Inindapedza. Emasondambudzo Mnangagwa ari kutendera chinda kunana Ghana kuna nani kuita try to threaten everyone. General Chiwenga, let me pass this very strong message to you. I do understand your position. I do understand how much you respect the constitution. But when things get to this point, as much as you defended the constitution the first time, let me say this to you, General Chiwenga, someone else is going to defend that constitution. Not against you. You are not part of this story. You are not part of this problem. You are not part of this equation. Someone else will defend the constitution of this country against internal sources of destruction. When that happens, it's going to happen so fast. Starangwiri Mondiziva, Tunon's man Jez the Ananaki, the royal bloodline.
This is the current situation we are having in our country, Zimbabwe. Munyika medu hamuna kugadzikana. Isusu sekuruka Jones Media tiri kupa kutsvagira inyaya tinouya nenyaya semawanira tinenge tadziita hatiwedzere kana kutapudza. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like, comment and share. I am signing out.